We're surrounded by beautiful rivers, gorgeous lakes, incredible mountains and forests, and amazing farms that produce and create so much of what we need in this valley. But most importantly, we're surrounded by growing communities of people here in Yarrow, Chilliwack, and up and down the Fraser Valley. That's why we believe at Yarrow Alliance, now more than ever, that it is time to act in the way of Jesus as we seek to bring greater connection with one another, our community, and Christ.
My name is Jared Falk, and I'm the campaign director for our church's It's Time capital campaign. 65 years ago, a group of passionate families sensed that Jesus was calling them to work together in faith to establish and build a church right here in Yarrow. For over 6 decades, Yarrow Alliance Church has served many of our surrounding communities, from Yarrow all the way up to the Columbia Valley. And now, after many months of deliberation with the board and staff and building committee, and receiving a positive vote from our members and regular attendees, we have been asked to go ahead and launch a capital campaign called It's Time. If you've been here for any length of time, you know that one of the restrictive factors on our ability to meet needs and to grow the church and serve our communities with greater effectiveness has been our aging building. In the past few years, our basement has flooded numerous times, and we've run out of adequate space for our children's and youth programs. In addition to this, we haven't been able to welcome those with mobility issues, and we lack adequate gathering space for hospitality and relationship building.
The plan that God has impressed on us in response to these limiting factors is to renovate and update our entire facility. This is long overdue. You can see it on the exterior of our building, in the rot and deterioration from the elements for 65 years. In addition to this, our front entry space is almost non-existent. In the past 2 years, we have seen some of the benefits in addressing some of these issues. In 2022-2023, we invested $125,000 into upgrading our water management systems on the entire church property. This eliminated our basement flooding issues. This summer, we invested approximately $50,000 into renovating and restoring the basement and the rear wing of the church, transforming it into a fully equipped youth and children's space with an upgraded, fully functioning kitchen. As a result of this work, we will be able to remove the portables behind the church that have served us well, but will not be missed when our children and youth move into bright, beautiful, and purposefully crafted spaces. We are also considering updating our building's exterior with new windows and doors, as well as adequate heating and cooling systems, and providing wheelchair accessibility. We also want to add a bright and thoughtfully planned front lobby with a cafe area. In doing this, we are creating opportunities for the church community to gather and build relationships while providing space for people in and around Yarrow to connect during community events, family celebrations, and other creative programs.
So let me tell you how it all works. Currently, we have $530,000 in the bank. The projected cost for this project is approximately $2 million from start to finish. Based on the historic financial data that shows the long-standing generosity of Yarrow Alliance Church families, we believe we can raise $1.4 million over a 3-year period to complete this project. So in the near future, you'll be given a pledge card. We're going to ask you to pray and seek the Lord as you decide on what you'd like to pledge to this campaign. It is so important for all of us to understand that as we make these faith pledges to this campaign, that it's over and above our regular tithes and offering. We hope and pray that our ongoing ministries can continue to grow and flourish during this period of time. On Pledge Sunday, which is December 17th, we will welcome people to make their 3-year faith pledge. We can't all give the same amount because we all have different incomes, but it's not about equal gifts. It's about equal sacrifice. To see this project completed, it will take a new level of surrender, a new level of sacrifice, and a new level of trusting God. I believe if each one of us, from the youngest to the oldest, will pray and ask God what He wants us to give, we will have enough to complete this project. In the coming weeks and months, more information is going to be presented to you. But for now, I'd like to ask you to reflect on 3 things.
First, reflect on the plans and on the needs both in the church and in the community. Look at what God has put on our hearts, envision the future that God is leading us into.
Second, pray. Pray for the Lord to lead us through this season and this project. Pray that God would move in our hearts and make clear what level of a sacrificial faith pledge He would have us make.
Third, on Pledge Sunday, December 17th, we will be committing ourselves to our 3-year faith pledge. We all have a part to play in renovating our church building. As a church leadership, we believe God has led us here. It's time. Now is the time for Yarrow Alliance Church.
As I consider all this, let me say how thankful I am to be working with such a great community of leaders on this project. I'm humbled to be serving as your lead pastor, and I'm excited to see how God will continue to bring renewal at Yarrow Alliance Church, even as we transform and add on to our space. Let's follow Jesus into this together. It's time.